So is that still a vision to be like, to have that type of a company like Toll Brothers, like an empire, if you will? If you don't want to share all the secrets.
No, it's just the vision. I'm not sure if it expands that far out anymore.
Okay.
If we want to be that empire.
Okay.
We see a lot of our competition, and we see a lot of the people in the industry.
Yeah.
They're focused on having a big company, having a very high top line revenue.
Yeah.
Our vision is kind of switched a little bit. We don't want to be the biggest. We don't want to have the biggest team. We don't want to make the most money. We want to be the best at what we do. So our goal is to serve our community as best as possible by being the best that we can be with our, specialized and very exclusive team.
Okay. I like that. How did that like kind of shift? And did you guys talk about that as a team?
Yeah.
Like, was that intentional?
Yes. So we noticed that to be bigger, to do a lot of these, to scale at a high rate, you have to take on specific types of projects that we aren't very interested in. So It's a lot of turning and burning. It's a lot of volume, a lot of repetition, and that's just not something that we really are intrigued by. That's not something that really drives us. We like taking on things that are more unique, things that can tell a story, something that really, touches both us and our clients. So every time we take on a project or a client, it always feels like it's so unique, and it's like we're telling a story, telling their story. So it has to be worthy of like getting a video of, right? Exactly. Like if you have like a small like 20 square roof, like an average doghouse or whatever, like it's more like this, like siding. Like if we're doing like a vinyl siding job, which we rarely do, but it's not really anything special, So
we're not going to put that on the gram.
No, that's not making the gram. That doesn't make the cut, man.
All right. Well, I like that. I wanted to like dig into that vision because I think I know, because we talk to companies every day. We work with so many. I talked to a guy last week. He's like $2 million a year for the past few years. All right. His prospective client. All right. Where do you want to go? Like, what's your vision? Yeah, it would be nice to do 10 million. Okay. Like, yeah. All right. Well, like why? Like, I don't know. Like that's, I could do it. Like there's no real reason why behind it. And you see that so many, like all over, as you know. Yeah. It's like 10 million. I want to scale.
Yeah.
It's like, why, like
why?
I'd rather, I don't know. Like ours has shifted a little bit too, but it is more about like quality and controlled growth for me anyway. Profit's nice, And then the more as a young company, the more projects you do, the more chance you have of things going wrong. And then potentially tarnishing your brand, right?
Yeah.
Try to do a whole volume of projects.
Yep, for sure. You start losing the quality control. And it's also like the quality of your clients and the people you want to be associated with. We want to have that small, exclusive team that, delivers excellence, that really is about delivering quality. So if we're working with hundreds and hundreds of people every year, it's going to be tough to really deliver that level of service that we want to deliver. So like you guys are starting to specify on the clients you want, right? Like, they have to fit your vision. You guys have to be a good match for each other. It's the same thing with us. With each client we meet, we grade them. It's not something we tell people a lot, but me and Pedro, after every consultation, we talk about the grading of the project and the grade of the client. So if the client is meeting that criteria and that level of, that level of a project that we want, then we say, okay, let's push a little bit harder for this one.
Okay.
If it's like let's say a C-level project with an A-level client, it becomes a little harder for us to really focus on it because it's not the type of project we want to do. It's not it's the ideal client, but they don't fit our vision. So it's really about being able to be, and that's something that we've been doing in the last 6 months. Really, is being more exclusive and turning people away. It's a two-way street. So.
Okay, a couple of things there. I definitely want to talk about turning people away because most people are scared to do that. But how do I become an A client? Like, or a prospect? Like, what do I have to exhibit in order to get an A?
Yeah, so it's really about the characteristics that you show from the first consultation, the questions you're asking, the level of service you want, the type of project you want to do. If it's something that you're talking about, it's